Ever heard of a landmark civil rights settlement that's shaking up California schools? It's all about English language learners.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Ensuring these students get the support they need is crucial.
Exactly. This settlement ensures schools provide proper English instruction.
And it's not just about the basics, it's about quality instruction.
Right. So let's unpack this settlement and what it means for California schools. So what's the core issue this settlement addresses?
It's about making sure schools actually provide effective English language instruction to English learners, not just putting them in a classroom and hoping for the best.
Right. It's about the quality of the education, not just the availability.
Precisely. The settlement ensures that schools are held accountable for providing appropriate resources and support.
How does the settlement ensure accountability? Is there a specific mechanism?
The details are complex, but essentially it sets standards and creates a system for monitoring compliance. If schools fail to meet those standards, there are consequences.
So it's not just a promise, there's a real enforcement mechanism.
Exactly. It's about ensuring schools have the resources and are held responsible for using them effectively.
What are some of the specific needs of English learners that this settlement highlights?
Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Students have different levels of English proficiency, different learning styles, and different cultural backgrounds. The settlement acknowledges this diversity.
So a tailored approach is key.
Absolutely. It's about providing individualized support and resources to meet each student's unique needs.
What kind of long-term impact do you think this settlement will have?
Hopefully, it will lead to significant improvements in the academic achievement of English learners in California. It could also serve as a model for other states.
Setting a precedent for other states facing similar challenges.
Exactly. It's a significant step towards educational equity.
Are there any potential challenges or obstacles to implementing this settlement effectively?
Of course, funding is always a concern. Ensuring that schools have the necessary resources, including qualified teachers and appropriate materials, will be crucial.
And teacher training?
Absolutely. Teachers need the proper training to effectively teach English learners. It's not just about knowing the language, it's about understanding the pedagogical approaches that work best.
What are your thoughts on the future of English language education in California in light of this settlement?
I'm hopeful. This settlement represents a significant commitment to ensuring that all students, regardless of their language background, have access to a quality education.
A positive step towards a more equitable education system.
Definitely. It's a long road, but this is a crucial step in the right direction.
Do you think community involvement will play a role in the success of this settlement?
Absolutely. Parents, community organizations, and other stakeholders need to be involved in monitoring the implementation of the settlement and advocating for the needs of English learners.
A collaborative effort is essential.
Precisely. It's not just the responsibility of the schools, it's a shared responsibility.
How will we measure the success of this settlement? What metrics should we be looking at?
We need to track things like student achievement on standardized tests, graduation rates, and college enrollment rates for English learners. We also need qualitative data, like student and teacher feedback.
A multifaceted approach to evaluation.
Exactly. It's not just about numbers, it's about the overall educational experience of these students.
This is a complex issue with many layers. Are there any other aspects you think are important to discuss?
The importance of culturally responsive teaching is crucial. Teachers need to be aware of and sensitive to the cultural backgrounds of their students.
Creating an inclusive learning environment.
Precisely. That's essential for student success.
Some might argue that this settlement places an undue burden on schools. What's your response to that?
It's true that it requires schools to make changes, but the benefits far outweigh the costs. Providing quality education to English learners is an investment in the future.
An investment in the future of California.
Exactly. It's about ensuring that all students have the opportunity to succeed.
How does this settlement fit into the broader context of educational equity in California?
It's a significant piece of the puzzle. Educational equity requires addressing systemic inequalities and ensuring that all students have access to the resources they need to succeed.
A step towards a more just and equitable education system.
Absolutely. This settlement is a step in the right direction. It's a complex issue, but the core message is clear. California is committed to providing quality education for all its students, including English learners.
That was a great discussion. Thanks for sharing your insight.